Oscar winner Patricia Arquette knew exactly what she was doing Sunday night and using part of her acceptance speech to go after the issue of equal pay for equal work. It seemed like just another millionaire actor making a cry for the little people, but then it hit the social media fan. And it's blown up to become something even members of the left are screaming about. All right, no screaming here. Intelligent discourse. Always a pleasure to welcome back the CEO and editor-in-chief at Politichicks.com, Anne-Marie Murrell. We have been following each other on Facebook and Twitter now, and it's been going back and forth already. Hi, Anne-Marie.
Hi, Ed. Good to see you.
You also. Now, wait a minute. This would seem to be a really simple thing here. She comes out, says, equal pay for equal work. Meryl Streep applauds, so many others. What's wrong with the idea of equal pay for equal work? He said, knowing full well there was a discourse here.
Well, unfortunately, Patricia Arquette can't even have equal pay within her own family. If you go to networth.com, Patricia Arquette's net worth is $24 million, while her brother, who is in the exact same industry and probably works just as many hours, just as hard as her, has a net worth of only $18 million. So there's a $5 million discrepancy within her own family. Unfortunately, there are a lot of extenuating circumstances why that's probably the case, but if you're going to throw out a blanket statement based on junk science and that 77 cents on the dollar thing, as Patricia Arquette did at the Oscars, then we're going to counter.
Okay, now I'm going to counter back here because knowing full well a lot of what happens in the acting community. I mean, when was the last time David Arquette worked? Rosanna's worked on a film for 10 years. In the acting world, it's very difficult to put men against women at that level. I mean, certainly at big levels it is of great actors, top actors. But what about just at the basic work element? What about the factories, the retail stores, the fast food joints? Shouldn't it be equal pay for equal work there? Didn't she have a point?
Oh, it should absolutely be equal pay, but it's more equal than anyone will admit, especially people on the left. The way that they came up with this 77 cents on the dollar thing is they threw all workers in one big giant pot of work. So they put a female doctor against a female doctor, but they didn't account for how many hours the female doctor works as opposed to the male. It didn't even go down to specialty if it's a brain surgeon versus an obstetrician. So there are lots of extenuating factors within that 77 cents on the dollar thing that everybody keeps throwing out based on lies. I will say, Ed, there are cases in which women aren't paid as much as men, and they do put in the exact same hours, and they do have the same specialty. In that case, I will stand side by side with my sisters and fight for them to the death. But you got to talk to the boss, and you still have to ask why that is in 2015.
I got about a minute left here. Now, does it catch you kind of interesting that African Americans and other minorities feel that the speech short-shrifted their own struggles? They said, wait a minute, this isn't about women, this is about African Americans, this is about others. It seems as if everybody's just kind of picking a side here, and this is sort of a ridiculous argument to make because she was speaking about women at that point, correct?
Correct. And yeah, there are issues in America that we have to deal with. However, every single one of us born in America should kiss the ground that we were blessed to have been born in, because our issues are still first world issues. And Patricia Arquette's issues are first world Barbie doll issues. She's a multi-millionaire. She is blessed beyond all reason. And most of it is because she is an American. So while I will fight for women's issues and men's issues when they come up, I will also fight for the women outside of America who are being stoned to death and beaten and thrown acid and genital mutilation and rape jihad. Those, to me, are some real issues that also need to be addressed.
Absolutely well put. I will agree with you that 100%. We've always talked about that, and we will continue. I only got a few seconds left, so before I go, did you see her movie?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I will. I have nothing against seeing movies if they're good.
Yeah, I've just...
Did you?
No, I did not, and I will not, because I've heard some friends of mine who said it's boring. But then again,
there you go.
That's what they say. So
there you go.
We'll continue this discussion on very important things as we go along. Always a pleasure to have the Politichicks here. Anne-Marie Murrell, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. We're doing it once again, not learning from our mistakes, and in the process, potentially costing the lives of millions who serve this country. A Newsmax exclusive right after the break.